Hi there everybody, this is David and welcome on back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about a game that kind of popped up out of nowhere over on the Steam called Wonder King Online, and it is today's video sponsor. Now, if that name does kind of ring a bell for you, it's because you're probably remembering this older MMO RPG from back in the day that was like a super fun 2D side-scrolling online action RPG, and now it is back! And today I do want to tell you all about it, and I definitely do think that's worth the sub as you come and you join the party and you level on up with me. Thank you so much for your sub, your like, and your brand new hype. It helps me out a ton. And also, if at any time during this video you would like to download the game and try it out for yourself, please just click the links below and do so because it is absolutely free, so you might as well go ahead. So now, let's get on back to the late 2000s and check this thing out, because it's kind of like opening up a time capsule from back then, and that's super cool if I do say so myself. Now, for those of y'all who never heard of this game or didn't play it back in the day, it's a 2D side-scrolling MMO RPG. And I'll be honest, I've always had a soft spot for this kind of game. There's just something really comforting about them. They remind me of the games that I used to play as a kid. Games like Castlevania, Metroid, Mario, and Kirby. It's just a fun, simple, good time. Instead of roaming around some massive 3D open world like a chicken with your head cut off, you're just kind of moving right and left across these colorful maps, hopping up and down platforms, beating up monsters, grabbing loot, and working your way through quest after quest while listening to the cheerful music in the background. It's charming and kind of nostalgic, while still letting you know that it is an MMO through and through. And there's just a ridiculous number of things that you can do. And actually, this here is a really good time to jump on in because the game's also running a Lucky Festival, which is basically like a big old launch event with a bunch of community activities and rewards. For example, if you pre-register your email address before March the 16th, you will get a lucky coupon when the event starts. And then you're also automatically entered into a raffle where you can win things like a $100 Steam gift card or $10 Amazon gift cards, which is a pretty nice bonus if you're already thinking about trying the game out anyway. Right at the start, you're going to be picking one of 4 different classes, and you can pick one from any of them to be your hero, which is great because each of the 4 have completely different playstyles, equipment, and abilities. You've got your swordsman, your wizard, your thief, and your archer, which is just about as classic as it can get. Each one comes with its own skill tree, so you can also gradually build your character up as you gain levels. The swordsman is exactly what you'd expect, excelling at short-range attacks with ridiculous power and defense, as well as a ton of HP. He's the kind of character that just walks directly on into a group of enemies and starts swinging. So if you wanted to turn your brain off and smash things, this is your go-to guy. The wizard, on the other hand, is the completely opposite approach. Instead of charging headfirst on into the mob, the wizard will hang on back and obliterate the enemies with elemental spells and magical attacks from afar. Then you've got the thief. He's the speedy, slippery class of the bunch, and thieves specialize in quick attacks, high agility, and weaving in and out of combat before the enemies can really react. And then finally, there's the archer, who focuses entirely on long-range combat. Archers rely on their positioning and their accuracy, picking off enemies from a distance with bows and precision shots before they even get a chance to get close. So, which job class are you going to choose? Let me know in the comments, because I always love to hear from you. Once you're in there, Wonder King wastes no time with throwing the quests at you. The NPCs are constantly asking to fight monsters, collect items, deliver things across the map. The usual MMO quests, and every single time that you finish one, you'll be rewarded with experience points, gold, new equipment, and sometimes even skill books. That's amazing. Down in the corner of the screen, there is a little text box constantly reminding you of everything that you're earning, as well as a miniature map in the upper right hand corner showing where you are, where your objectives are, and then little red markers showing where the enemies are that you're supposed to be hunting. So even if you're not paying super close attention, you can still figure out where you're supposed to go next. And if you do want to move around quickly, there is an incredibly useful shortcut system where you can literally hop onto the back of a bird and have it fly you over the next quest area. You just click on the button and suddenly your character's soaring across the map, so you can quickly get on in, get your quest done, and get out. There's also a full world map that shows you which NPCs are in each region, which enemies spawn there, and even recommended hunting grounds for your level. So if you're wondering where you should be grinding next, the game actually does a pretty decent job of pointing you off in the right direction. Because make no mistake, this game absolutely expects you to grind. That's part of the whole deal here. And that's actually where some of the Lucky Festival events tie into the gameplay. During certain times, there are hot periods, which basically means that monsters start dropping special items called Lucky Clovers while you're grinding, and you can collect those and trade them in at the exchange shop for consumable items and other rewards. So if you've already out there farming the monsters, it's a pretty nice little bonus on top of the normal drops. Now, another really nice thing is the option to auto battle. If you turn that on, your guy will just start attacking the nearby monsters automatically. So if you don't feel like manually killing 100 bees, well, just make the game do it for you. It is perfect for those moments where you're just trying to pass the time away. Although, there is one little thing about that auto system that's a bit annoying. Whenever you're auto battling, your character doesn't automatically pick up the loot that the enemies drop. So you'll watch your character wipe out a whole group of monsters, and then you still have to run back on around and collect everything yourself. It's not the end of the world, but it definitely does make you wish that they had just taken the automation one step further. Whenever you need a break from all that monster slaying, you can head on back to the main town hub, and that is where you'll find your usual MMO setup. NPCs selling weapons and items, quest givers handing out more tasks, players just hanging around doing their own thing. And that's also where a whole lot of the community stuff happens. For example, during the Lucky Festival, there's a jump map challenge where you can test your platforming skills, and if you manage to clear the map and verify your run, you can earn rewards based upon how many successful clears you pull off, which honestly fits the platform gameplay really well. Later on in the day, they're also doing a 3-part relay stream with different creators playing the game live. In the first part, they'll be teaming up for a boss raid and a treasure hunt, and if they succeed, it actually upgrades the first Gorilla Coupon reward for everybody watching. Then after that, there's another hot time period, and in the second part of the stream, they'll attempt equipment enhancement and another co-op boss raid with their viewers, and if they manage to pull that off, it upgrades the second Gorilla Coupon reward. Before the final part, there's even a fireworks show in town, which gives everyone hunting buffs and includes a little screenshot event, which is so cute. Then in the final part, those 3 streamers will do one-on-one trades with their viewers, to get some great gifts. And after that, they'll attempt the Forest of Control Jump Map Challenge, which upgrades the 3rd Gorilla Coupon reward if they do succeed. So the whole thing turns into this big community challenge where everybody's watching to see if these streamers can actually complete their missions, so the rewards keep on getting better and coming on in. So then if you're still hanging around after all that, there's even an after party on the official Wonder King Discord where they run a live quiz show with trivia about the game, the streamers, and even St. Patrick's Day, with more rewards for y'all. And honestly, that there sums up the whole experience. It's light, fun, it's rewarding, it's something you can pick up and play for a while, beat up a whole bunch of monsters, complete a few quests, and then bond with the community. So if you're new to Wonder King, now is definitely the time to check it on out. And if you did play it back in the day, there is no better time to jump right on back in and revisit and relive that magic. Remember, if you do want to try it out, please just click the links below, download it, and play it for yourself today. And if you enjoy discovering random RPGs just like this, please be sure to level on up and join my party with me by subscribing and leaving a like too, because it just helps me out a ton. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a good day.